And 3, 2, 1, boom. And we are back in another episode of Socratic Gamers. This episode is sponsored by Zenreal Clothing Co. Pick up your tees at zenrealclothingco.com and use code SGPodcast for 20% off select items. Okay, so this is a movie review. We checked out Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. What was the last? I think the last Airbender? Star Wars The Last
Skywalker. No, which one
was the last one? Last Skywalker? No, what was the last one called?
The Return? I don't know.
The Return of the Skywalker? The Return of the Jedi? Whatever.
You want to just quickly check?
Nah, it's fine. That's just a that's a great segue into how trash that movie was.
Oops. Yeah.
But is this one trash? We don't know. But we'll see in this review. So as always, we're gonna score it, talk about it, score it again, see if we swayed each other's opinion. Vish, what'd you score?
I don't know, like 5. Let's just start with the 5.
Okay.
Michael.
Wow, I did not expect that. I thought you were gonna say like, I don't know why I thought 8, but we were talking about how trash it is. I was gonna go 4. Okay.
I was thinking that I had that in my head, but wasn't too sure.
All right, before we continue, let's just state that it's amazing that you are an actor. You have the best job ever. I'm like quite jealous, and your skill is very talented. Okay, that aside, and you guys made great work. All right, that aside,
yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's just a job, right?
No, totally, I know, but like critics, right? It's like, oh, you act then, but it's like, okay, yeah, you are. It's not about. It's great for you.
No. No, but this is not like necessarily affecting their, I would say their
paycheck,
their art or whatever. It's just art is very subjective, and some people may like it, some people may not.
Which is surprising because I know people who like this movie.
Yeah,
quite a bit. I'm like, what? Yeah. All right, so okay, let's go with the things we liked first. So what did you like about the movie?
So I like how do I like the one twist that I did kind of like.
Okay.
Which was
when Chewbacca was alive?
No, we'll talk about that, but
just kidding.
No, like
that was a terrible twist.
The Palpatine twist part.
Oh yeah, okay. But see, that's like a double-edged sword because like I thought it was sick. I was like, oh, snap, you're Palpatine. But the way they revealed it was so trash. It was like, oh, by the way, you're Palpatine.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? There's no like.
No, I get what you're saying. Like I see what you're saying, but like
it wasn't actually said like that though. It was like,
yeah, right.
She was basically like, who am I? He's like, you're a Palpatine. He's like, oh, oops.
Right. I don't know. Can we just go through it? Just remind me because I kind of already forgot everything.
You tried to delete it from your memory.
It's already forgotten.
That's how trash it was. All right, I liked the lightsaber battles. I know you didn't like it. But
I did not like them.
Really, it was pretty realistic. I was like, okay, I could see this actually working.
I didn't like it. No,
I didn't see the Witcher sword battle, so like maybe that one's way better. Like
no. I mean, that's a TV show budget versus a movie budget. I expected better.
Really? Eh?
That's okay. Just, Star Wars. Like,
oh, true. I see what you're saying. Because like
you can add the caveats, like a TV show budget, you can't do that many things.
Right.
This is a movie, and
you guys fell short.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else you liked?
I don't know. Make your list because I've really forgotten.
No, it was literally the movie. It was literally just the lightsaber battles. Is what I liked. That's actually it.
Okay.
I didn't
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Anything else?
That's the only thing I liked was the Palpatine, like the idea that
that was cool too. But again, double-edged sword for me. I was like,
right. The way they revealed it, you didn't like it, but I get that. It's just like that, even being the twist. I like that, but that was it. It just wasn't executed properly.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Let's go into the things we didn't like. So, I thought the acting was like not the acting. The script was super cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was like, oh man, there's so many like one-liners in here that were so like cringe.
Right.
You know, did you feel that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like,
the feeling. Like, how do we know that that's gonna bring them down? It's a feeling. Like, bro, shut up.
See, that's what I feel like with stories. Like a lot of times when I do watch shows or anything, and like some random character shows up just for like a split second, just so that they can go in one direction. So all that they're not
I didn't even catch that. That is what happened there.
Yeah, so they're not even really answering like what is this feeling that you guys are talking about, because you're not a Jedi, right?
Right.
So what is this feeling?
Oh, that's true. I didn't catch that.
So like not explaining it, but just saying that for the sake of the story. Just to move the story
because
on.
Only Jedis can feel that the Force thing.
Yeah, and by doing that, you just like diminish the whole meaning of
the
Force.
You know what it was? It wasn't it wasn't the Force or the feeling. It was his conscience. Right? Yeah. Think about it, because they were both like, we were going to slaughter a town, and we realized this is wrong. It's like, yeah, that's your conscience, not the Force, bro.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, what was the other thing I didn't like? No. So the reason why I think they brought her up is I think they're doing like massive spin-offs from this movie. Her, remember, because Lando was like, where are you from, or like, what's your name, and then she's like, I don't know. He's like, let's find out.
Right. At the other stormtrooper that
yeah. So I was
or like a book or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Show.
Just,
not really
just
that
something
big.
that they can delve into it, right?
Yeah.
So I was
like
saying,
a comic book or like something they'll make something like that, and then just focus on their story.
Right. When I was like thinking about it, like I was explaining the movie to Wob, and like then it came out in my mind. I was like, oh, they're just setting up a bunch of like spin-offs.
Yeah.
And like you could totally see it from the movie, because it was like so many unanswered. That's the thing I really didn't like about the movie. So many unanswered questions. It's like you waited so long to watch this, and then you're watching it. You're like waiting for all the answers, and then it's like cut to credits, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like the way it ended with like them embracing, and then it ended, it was like, but you answered nothing. You know what I mean? Like, like why was there a Chewie, like a double, like why did they think he was on the ship?
So like this, okay, so this is what I heard. And
Jedi mind trick?
No.
Oh.
Like they put a bait and switch, like, oh, it wasn't that ship, it was another different ship that we didn't
but
even
what
see
is that? Like, we didn't even see another ship there. There's only one ship on screen.
Right. But the other thing, that's even okay, that's fine, but it's like that was like quickly resolved like right away. Like that didn't even stay that long. Like it would have made.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's rushing.
So exactly. The reveal should have been like, okay, maybe when they're on the ship and then they found out, oh, he's still alive. Like, no, right away you just tell us he's alive. But what was the point? There was no
reason as to why you'd make him die.
Yeah.
You could have just left it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't even need to do that. He didn't even have to add him in there. He could have just been like just normal stormtrooper or whatever, right?
Right. I guess maybe what they were trying to do was like, show off her power.
Right. I get that, but like you didn't have to add Chewie into the mix, because it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, it did not make sense at all. I was so confused. Like when he was alive, I was like, well, how did that happen?
Right.
What did you think of the love story between? I was so confused with that. There was like a love triangle going on. Like your brother was saying that like Finn knew that she was a Palpatine.
Okay.
And I thought, because he was like, Rey, I never got to tell you, and then I was like, oh, you're gonna tell her that you love her. And then they kept like alluding to that, because Poe was like, he's like, what are you trying to say? Like, you can't say it in front of me. It's like, no, because it seemed like there was like a love triangle there. And then she went with Ben Solo.
Well,
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn.
Like that part, yeah, that's a little bit weird. Like, I guess, like my brother watched other movies prior to this, so that's probably why he knew. What?
Oh, really?
Or it was said in the movie in the beginning.
No, he said like it was like suggested at one point, and I was like, huh?
Oh, I missed it then.
Yeah,
I wasn't really paying attention to that.
But I was gonna say that one of the things that Wall brought up, and I was like, this is a good point. They left the interracial couple thing. That would have been cool to keep that, right? Like they were trying to make it very inclusive. Like there was two pilots that were like two girls, and then they like kissed, and I was like, oh, okay, you threw that in there. But then like with the main character, you didn't do interracial. I thought maybe she was gonna be like, you know,
right,
into girls, and then I thought also, like some stuff I was seeing online, I thought Poe and Finn were gonna get together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there were so many like allusions to it, but then it's like everything just like didn't get answered. Nothing got like solidified, or like they could have made it so much better.
Right.
You know, if like Finn and Rey got together, it's like, okay, interracial couple. You know, like I'm saying, like you could speak beyond the confines of the movie. You could actually make a social push.
Right.
They tried to do that because they had two girl pilots kiss, and I was like,
yeah, but that was like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds. I was like, oh, there's one. That's cool.
Right.
You know, like one like way to shift consciousness through entertainment is like putting a bunch of stuff, you know, in the movie.
Yeah.
To make us rethink things, you know.
But like they could have done so much. Like the story wise, I feel like it should have been in the second movie, the reveal of the Palpatine.
It should have. Yeah, that would have been way better.
Continuing her like dealing with that in this one.
Right. Dealing with her issues. Yeah. But then that would have been like too much like the first 3 movies. Because in number 5. In number 5, I hate that it's like out of order. So now you're like, you know, you're like, what was that? So in number 5, he's like, Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
You know, so like.
Yeah, but they're already following. Exactly but they're already following that strategy or whatever. They're just following they're already doing. They already did that. I felt like so they might as well take it to the same. Like you can take the core things that worked.
But here's totally. Yeah. I get what you're saying. The thing that I really hated though is that I really liked episode 7. Like The Force Awakens. That was so good. There were so many things said in there that were like awesome.
Yeah, right.
And then like you get this and you're like, wow, this is like you get 8 and you're like, okay, well it could probably get better. And then you get 9, you're just like, no, it's just trash. But what's sad is like the people that finished Game of Thrones, right? They did it quickly to do this one, and it's like then they got fired, and then we watched this one. And you're like, oh man, this is terrible too. This is just as corny as the final episode of Game of Thrones. So maybe they weren't trying to rush it. Maybe they just suck.
They didn't do this one though.
Oh, they didn't?
I don't think they were involved in this one.
Oh, at all?
A different Star Wars thing.
Oh.
I don't think they were involved in this one.
Okay, I take back what I said then.
Unless you did see their name. I'll have to double check that because I thought
that was the thing. Like they were hired for Star Wars, so that's why they were.
Yeah, for something else with Star Wars. I believe.
Oh, not this movie.
Like that, because it said like that thing got canceled after. So not.
Oh, got it.
It was like okay, you left for Star Wars, but then it got canceled, and you just like you rushed Game of Thrones for no reason. Then.
You know what I'm thinking it is. So I take that back, but you know what I think it is? I think it's because it's a part of Disney now. It's like so corny. You know what I mean? It's so cringe. Everything they were doing and saying was like so terrible. Like, why did Leia have to die in order to speak to her son?
Right.
What's up with that? And why were another thing I didn't like is why were the Jedi so freaking powerful?
That was the other thing. Though. The word is OP. Like in video games,
overpowered.
Yeah, it's like totally. A lot of the stuff that she was doing. Where did she learn that?
Yeah, where did she learn that?
And then so this is the other thing. Okay, like the other movies, actually, you felt like
a Jedi can die.
Yeah. Like think about that.
They're vulnerable.
No. Think about Luke. Luke got his hand cut off.
Right.
Nothing happened to her. This whole movie, all 3 of them, nothing. No.
Not even a close call.
No scar, no nothing, no not even a hand or like you know what I mean? Like
yeah. No, there's no close call even.
Yeah, there's nothing that's even close. Even though they're like in the middle of the battle and nothing hit them.
Danger.
Yeah.
Adam Driver had more freaking Kylo Ren. He had more danger.
Yeah.
When she stabbed him, it was like, oh damn.
And then like I heard that it is like the giving the life force thing was in the
Is it Mandalorian or something?
No. It's in that world was there before.
Okay. But it's like, where did she learn it? You're right.
Exactly. Where did she learn that?
She should have been a crappier Jedi. Like, how is she a better Jedi? It makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Than all the other Jedi.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you had no teacher. You had Leia, but it's like, but then that was another twist. It's like, oh, plot twist. Leia's actually an awesome Jedi that beat Luke. Remember, like at the very edge, they kicked him. It was like, bro, like, how good are you? Like, what are we doing here?
There's so many things that could have been right, but they missed so many.
Like, so why is Leia a freaking Jedi? That makes no sense, bro. Like they should honestly just delete these from the series. They can't, but it's just like we just shouldn't even remember this one.
Right. Yeah.
Like even the side movies were way better. I felt like the Solo one. I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty good.
Maybe you don't do trilogies. Maybe
just do the one-offs. Like even Rogue One was really good. I was like, damn, Rogue One was sick.
Rogue One was really good. Yeah.
So like they were really good with Force Awakens, Rogue One, Solo. Solo was okay.
No,
you didn't like it, right?
No, but
I thought it was still better than this movie.
Oh, it's better. Saying. I would say it's still better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like
because that simple thing as like actually putting the real characters in danger, right?
Yeah,
totally. That was nothing like that here. Like you didn't feel that at all. So how would you? Why would you care for them?
Yeah,
you know they're just gonna win it at the end.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, she was totally OP'd. That's so what's going on.
Yeah.
And even like the danger for like even when they showed all the ships, you're like, oh no, there's all those ships, and then everyone showed up. I was like, surprise, surprise. Everyone showed up, and then they just slaughtered them. And then it looked like the Sith Lord was OP'd as well because he was like electrocuting everyone. Like, what the hell? How strong are you, bro?
So I was watching this other guy talk about it. It's like, where did she learn that? Because there's only one other person that could actually fight Palpatine with those lightning things, and she's just reflecting it like it's nothing.
Yeah, he's totally.
Like all like the amount of power that he had.
Didn't Vader do a lightning as well?
But that's his teacher, right? Like he would
right.
But like, I don't know if he did, but like the amount of power that Palpatine had, and he just like, you know how he like hit up all those ships that were there. Yeah. That's a huge amount of power, but like, how does she just reflect that like it's nothing?
Oh, true. But no, she had two sabers, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah, but like to do like again like that's how they were saying it. Like, there's only one other person that could fight him. Like it takes a lot of things to master their like against lightning or something. Right. It's like where did she learn all this?
And then she wasn't supposed to have killed them, right? But like I guess the loophole is that he killed himself, bro.
Right, yeah, that's the other thing.
You know, I was like, well, that's so dumb. Like, strike me down. Okay, I'll just electrify myself. And why didn't he just stop shooting the lightning? When he's like, oh, damn, this is reflecting back at me.
Oh, stop it. That's exactly what this other guy said, too. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is funny because you died that way the first time. It was being used against him, and then you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, true. Oh, my God. You could have just stopped.
And why did he look the same? Like, I thought the whole point of him taking the life force was to be like
I thought he was gonna look like normal,
like this young style.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like because
the reason why his face
would be fine, you know, like normal face.
Because the reason why his skin was all messed up is because like he got electrocuted.
Yeah, yeah. But he kept that.
It was like, I thought he was gonna revert back to a human form, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. Nothing. This movie like left you so disappointed. And I was looking so forward to this too.
Yeah.
I wonder though, because I was telling you like how I was watching all the actors do their interviews, and I was like, oh, they're kind of shitting on the movie a little bit. You know, I'm like, maybe that's why they're shitting on the movie, because they knew it was like trash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they weren't like shitting on it, but it was like they seemed like they were making fun of it.
Oh, they're tired of it? Like
tired of it. Yeah. They're like, I'll never be back into Star Wars. Oh, I haven't watched this since I filmed it. And I was like, what?
Right.
Why are you gonna say it like that? Yeah. And well, actually, one thing I did like, I liked Finn's hair. I was like, well, what a throwback to like 90s.
Oh yeah.
That like I don't know what you call that kind of hairstyle, but yeah. And why were all the characters have such small roles? Like the Asian girl Rose played such a small role.
Yeah, because she was put in the second movie. They didn't know what to do with her in the third.
And then like the guy from Heroes, he just died.
Heroes?
Yeah, the guy from Heroes.
Oh yeah. Well, he was there in the other ones.
I know, but they just killed him.
They just killed him.
But they killed him like nonchalantly. It was like, oops, he died.
Yeah.
And maybe it was like you're trying to be like Game of Thrones. You know, like how people just.
But these are not characters we cared about.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you cared about them and they died like nonchalantly, you'd be like, damn.
No, but like them actually killing Chewie was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah,
that was actually really good. Okay, I didn't expect that.
And then I was like, okay, I don't know.
Then a minute later, he's back. I was like, oh, he just could have been interesting.
Yeah, true, very true. Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? I don't know, man.
Yeah, like in the
The whole thing?
No. In this new series, like, did you like Finn the best, Poe the best? I like Poe. He was pretty cool. Like him being a spice runner was kind of cool.
I mean, he was the most human of them all. Who, I guess
Finn was cool, but like
to a point.
Well, what?
To a point.
To a point. Yeah, I agree. He was cool, but then it was kind of like, I liked Poe's rogueness. That was kind of cool,
right?
Because it's like you never knew what he was like kind of looking out for himself a little bit. He was trying to be like a Han Solo character. They're trying to make him a Han Solo.
Yeah, he did have that vibe.
Like, are you gonna care about us or yourself? They could have done so much more with Finn's Poe's backstory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they probably will with like the spinoff. Like, who's this girl? This random girl. They're just introducing characters out of nowhere. We only have 3 hours left, friends, or however long the movie is. Like, you can't just randomly introduce a new character and then like, just like end it with no like, freaking, no like tying up. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Like,
unless they're gonna do a bunch of series after this, that would make sense.
I mean, I think so. These are normally,
you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we're doing all this random stuff. You're wondering why all these people are here, but that's because we're actually gonna do a bunch of spin-offs now. And it's like, okay,
it's
cool.
not.
They're trying to do like a Star Wars universe, just
right?
Like
I don't think it's necessarily like, they'll do. It's not like show spin-offs, but it's generally like make books or make comics.
Right.
So like they'll be doing those sort of things because some of these things don't really seem like
movie
anyone's really gonna watch a show for these guys.
I agree,
because they're not really characters we even ended up being like caring about, right?
Right.
There was no like explanation to like Finn's like the change, like from leaving the order.
Yeah,
no explanation to that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, totally. With the Force. Like,
yeah.
That's just your conscience, bro.
Right.
But it's like maybe they did kind of explain it because remember they're like, we should have just went with clones in the very first movie. He's like, that's why we go with clones because like they don't have this like conscience.
Yeah, but they could have more like added. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like
what do you think of Babu?
I mean, almost every movie seems like they need to have
a cute character they can sell.
That they can, exactly.
Just like it was BB-8. And then
BB-8, the first one.
Then there was like they tried to do 2 in this one, which is Babu and the little other robot. The other robot was so annoying.
They added like actual voice to him.
That's the thing I didn't like. It was too puppeted for me.
Right.
Like it's like,
like
it seemed fake. Like everything just looked fake to me. I don't know. I know you didn't feel that way too, right? You were like, oh. But that well,
I'm used to it. Like Mandalorian has that.
Yeah, but see, I don't like Mandalorian. That's why
I do. You know? So. Like I don't mind Mandalorian. This is better. Mandalorian is way better. I feel like, and it's even though there's nothing really happening in the story, but it's a better story.
That's true. Nothing is happening in the Mandalorian. Maybe that's why I can't watch it. I'm just like like where are we going with this?
Right.
Wab brought a good point. He's like, Mandalorian is kind of like a cowboy western, and I was like, oh dude, I didn't even think about it like that. That's totally what it is. But that's also why I don't like it, because I don't like those kinds of movies, right? Like those like gunslinger shoot 'em ups.
No, I felt it was like a western because of the way from the first episode.
Right. Yeah. Feel that. But see, I
do like them
cowboy stuff.
Yeah,
I like
westerns.
I like samurai. Like apparently, like samurai and cowboys, like. In Japan, the samurai is their version of the cowboy. The Ronin. The Ronin is their version of the cowboy. Yeah. I prefer the Ronin over the cowboy. I don't know, there's something about cowboys. It's just like, oh, it's weird to me.
Well, Westerns.
Yeah. What else?
I don't know. They missed a lot of the marks. Like I don't know if it's like because there was like a switch. Or like it was JJ first, and then someone else. Who did second movie?
But did George Lucas make all the other Star Wars?
Yes.
He directed it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was still involved in the other ones.
What about episode 1, 2, and 3?
I think it was him.
So yeah, okay, so that makes sense now. So, but like with this one, it's not George Lucas, right?
No.
Yeah. There's your missing link.
But it's also like a mixture of two different directors. So JJ, it was first one was JJ, then it was someone else, and then there was a complaint on that. Then JJ had to like fix the issues with like you killed off Snook and then all this. And
but
I don't know.
But what is JJ Abrams known for?
You've seen, for instance, Super 8. I think there was.
Okay, I didn't really like that movie.
I like that one. Cloverfield.
Oh, okay, then that's not Star Warsy. What else?
No.
So he's not really.
Oh, I think he did Star Trek.
That was okay.
The first one.
So basically, it's not his wheelhouse. Because like what Star Wars is it's like George Lucas is really into like yoga and samurai culture.
Yeah. If you understand that,
spiritual texts, right, like that's why the names are like Yoda, Yoga. Vedas, Vader, even the voice of Darth Vader is supposed to be pranayama. That's why you go like that.
Right.
It's like it's breathing techniques. So like he puts so much emphasis on like what like the hero's journey, but like J.J. Abrams is not like knowledgeable in that. Like if you look at his resume, it's not really there.
Right.
So that makes sense why it's missing so many like things. They were just trying to make a good movie versus trying to make a timeless movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing really to save this movie, I feel like. I think only the first one was the only good. They messed up on the trilogy part of it. Maybe they should stop making trilogies.
Yeah, maybe they should. Actually, wait. Sorry, just go back to the ancient thing because I thought this is cool. Shamans are known as Skywalkers, so like that's where he got his name,
right?
For Skywalker,
right?
Yeah,
I guess if they stuck
stuff like that, that's so cool, man.
Right, right. I mean, look more into that lore and then add to that.
Exactly.
Like that's where it should have been.
And there's even like books like there's an amazing book called The Dharma of Star Wars, and like what it is it breaks down ancient spiritual knowledge using Star Wars. Like it shows the correlations between the two and how you can live your life as like a Jedi.
Right.
But not like in like a weird cosplay way, but like the spiritual tenets that George Lucas put for the characters, for this like race of samurai,
right?
Essentially, spiritual samurai,
right? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think see these sort of things they could have focused on, made it more interesting.
But that's a George Lucas like original thing, like
but if you really want to, I understand that, but like if you want to make like okay, you have huge fans. How do you bring them and end up loving this movie, right? So you focus on things that worked or build up onto those sort of things,
right?
But all it felt like was just trying to make a blockbuster movie.
So you totally blockbuster movie. So I was actually going to get into that. So I wonder if this is more of like telling of our global, like for lack of a better word, consciousness, because it's like the original Star Wars series was made during a time when people were like open-minded, right?
Yeah.
They were like, didn't it come out like, when did the first one come out?
It's in the 80s.
80s, okay. So like the 60s kids, the ones who came after like the 60s boom are like...
they're the adults now.
They're the adults now, so they're creating these like dope, consciousness-expanding movies. But then like... now all we want is like just kill my brain and make me a blockbuster that has no meaning, no substance, it's all superficial, right? So that's probably why there's like a 50-50 shift here where people either love the movie or they hated it,
right?
Because I was like, everyone I was asking, I was like, hey, did you like the movie? And they're like, yeah, I really liked it. Like it was missing a couple things. I don't know if
it's 50-50, at least not from the numbers, I don't think.
Right, no, totally, but like from the, like I'm just using my pool as a reference point, right?
Yeah.
Because like the normal people, like obviously like ratings and stuff, whatever, but it's like who's doing those ratings? Let me just see what the regular people are saying. What does my circle think? Right. So like some people liked it, and I was like, and they're like, yeah, I was just missing a couple of plot holes, but I think maybe I was looking for something deeper.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it just shifted from like Star Wars is a movie that you can find some depth in, to just like it's just like every other movie now.
Right. You know? Well, I mean, they also sold it to a big conglomerate.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's why I think what the issue is Disney.
So with big conglomerates, like I do like a lot of stuff that Disney does, but it's like what normally happens is they also.
But name another spiritual Disney movie, aside from like the original cartoons, which is like Lion King and like Aladdin.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, those are like old school, right? Those are like different managers.
Yeah. Again, I don't like.
Like every Disney movie now has been like superficial.
Yeah, or just remakes.
Yeah. Even like Pirates of the Caribbean, that was very spiritual.
Yeah.
You know, but like
maybe sometimes they hit it, I guess, but most times they don't.
What do you mean?
Like they get it right. Sometimes.
No, I think it's different managers now. I think it's different people who are like, they're like looking for the bottom line versus like looking for timeless movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not looking to change the world anymore. They're looking to make a profit.
Right.
You know, because the newest Pirates of the Caribbeans were trash.
Yeah, the later ones. Yeah. Well, they don't really have. They're not really good stories.
But they're trying to go for is the graphics. And
but
like,
even
scenes, you know?
See, it's like this. Like even with the old stuff, like even with the Lion King, like they hit the first movie was a good one, right? They do have Lion King 2, I believe 3.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are just
trash.
Yeah, they're not good, but they're just there because they know they're gonna make some money on it because it's now a big blockbuster thing. Some people are gonna watch this, right? Same thing with Aladdin. There's like other ones too, right? Or all the other movies have a sequel, but no one talks about the sequel because no one.
Well, I still say that Aladdin, I think it's 3, is my favorite one, where his father returns and his father's the King of Thieves. I think it's called Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Yeah. Have you seen that one? You should watch that on Disney Plus. It's like my favorite Aladdin movie.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's like sick because it's like.
Well, the thing is, sick. Yeah. So probably hit one or two of them, but like most of them don't work, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Totally.
So that's basic. Like that's the sort of thing. Like they hit it out of the park with the first one, and the other two did not.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Right. It's like I think they
because they're not trying to make timeless movies. They're just trying to make
I mean, all the things we were saying, they hit the marks in the first one.
Yeah.
But they didn't hit in the second and third because they were now looking for more of a blockbuster thing to hopefully bring more people in.
Totally.
Just for fun.
Sake. Is Big Hero 6 a Disney movie? Pixar.
Pixar.
But
Pixar's they're all
Disney?
Yeah.
Is it on Disney Plus? Big Hero 6?
Should be.
Okay, so
yes.
Yeah, I see, then I get your point because there are certain like movies now that are good. Like the animations are always like very like heavy towards bigger lessons.
Yeah.
Like if you watch what's that Fox movie? The one where it's like a fox.
Fox?
It's about racism.
Oh
man, it's like,
don't know.
It's a Pixar movie. He's wearing like a green t-shirt.
Oh, you're talking about Zootopia?
Zootopia, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Zootopia is about racism.
Yeah.
If you actually watch it, you're like, this is a deep movie,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I guess like they are, I get your point. Like they are hitting it, but it's with the continuing attempts. Yeah. That's when they go bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I concede. You're right. That makes sense. All right, so final thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's not that good.
all right. Final score.
Yeah, let's bring it down to 3.
Okay. I'll give it a 3 too. All right, I'll give you that one. All right, so it's a 3 out of 10. We agree on this one. Yeah, it's just like it's just gonna sully the whole Star Wars franchise for you.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh man, it's going down the you sold out. It's like when bands sell out, you know? It's like that.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, do you think it's a career killer to have bad movies?
No.
I guess not, right? Like Robert Pattinson, he's in the new.
The thing with that is we always hope for like a rebound. What's that thing? Like a
bounce back?
Yeah. Like you root for the character to come like win again, right? You know, like one of those things.
Actors?
Yeah.
Or actors?
The actors, yeah.
I was thinking about Kristen Stewart, that's why I said actress. She plays the same character in every movie.
I don't know.
But again, you're awesome. Like you have an awesome job. You make art for a living. That's great. I was gonna put that out there because I feel like bad. It's like
it's not.
No. I feel bad in terms of like art's subjective. So it's like some people loved it. I didn't love it. So it's exactly. But it's great that you are making it. You know, you're living your life dedicated to the pursuit of something you believe in, and that's commendable. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Whether we dislike it or not, it's like you still made something that's.
No, we're not attacking you as a person. We're just attacking the art.
Yeah, totally. From our perspective.
Of course, it's all perspective.
Yeah, but say you don't think that they'll like. Do you think there's like there's no career killers?
I don't think so. There's always some way to come back. Yeah, they always add like remember the Superman curse or whatever. Like that's a career killer. Don't ever play Superman. Now you see Henry Cavill doing a whole bunch of different things.
True. Yeah, I see your point.
Doesn't really exist.
Okay, so definitely save your shekels if you're gonna go watch a holiday movie.
But it does affect in some ways if you can't make a good movie. Like if you're like starting off, if you're already been there,
it puts you like behind.
Yeah, totally. Because it's like okay, you didn't
perform.
You didn't. Like the movie didn't do well. It may not be because of your performance, but just in general, that just sucks because it's going to be harder.
Right. Getting another role. Yeah. Totally. I agree with you. Yeah. It's funny because like me and Tara go watch movies on New Year's, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll watch Star Wars, but nope. Yeah.
I want to see 1917. So.
Wait, that's the war movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's like. We'll watch that, but like that's a PTSD inducing movie for me. Like just like Dunkirk was like, oh my god,
I loved that Dunkirk.
That was holy.
I mean,
that's a masterpiece though. I'm just saying, it gives me PTSD. It's sort of like Call of Duty. Like this game gives me PTSD.
Right. I don't know. I liked Dunkirk for like it wasn't just like about war. It's just like a little bit of a puzzle there too with the timing stuff, which I kind of enjoyed. Like thinking. And like
wait, is that what the movie was? I couldn't even remember now.
Remember like the different times
it was like happening? Rewind, right?
It wasn't rewinding. It was just like okay, this is happening here. This was happening here. Then all of a sudden,
then the time all at one time, and they just kept replaying different people,
different areas,
right,
and different people. Then there was a point where they all kind of met.
Right.
So that's why I like the different times that they were like. So there was a little puzzle within the movie.
All I remember from that movie was the one note and it being freaky because I don't like war movies. Yeah, I don't know. War movies always freak me out.
I'm interested. Like, so even though I'm fine with war movies,
because that really happened. Like, you know,
right? Yeah.
Like, you know what's funny? Remember when we were younger? It's a history lesson. Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's like realism freaks me out. So, but do you remember when we were younger and then we'd like drive with my sister to like haunted places and we're like, oh man, but there's a demon that was here.
Right.
Blah, blah. And I was always like, no, I'm more afraid of the killer that might be living there or like the hobo cracked out of his mind and then we're gonna like go break into his house, you know? Like,
right.
That's not smart. But like, I don't care about some like fake demon that like, you know.
Right.
But what's weird is like subconsciously, even though I know like demons are real, like the subconscious will still like if I watch a movie, it's like they wake up every day. Like the devil's hour is 3 a.m. because 3 p.m. is when Jesus died.
Right.
That's the lore. Yeah. And then like if I watch a movie about how like they keep waking up at 3 a.m., like my body wakes me up at 3 a.m. But that's like psychological. It's like placebo effect. Yeah. Which is kind of weird because like how does your body know how to tell time? It's weird. But like for a while there, I can't remember what horror movie that was. It was like one of those exorcism movies, like I kept waking up at 3 a.m. and I was like, oh my god, it's like the devil's gonna get me. But it's like the devil's in your head, bro. It's not real.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So, I guess. Okay. So if you've been watching this on YouTube, you'll see that. Or just checking out my stories, you'll see that we've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. So I think that's what we're going to cover next time. So look forward to that. Call of Duty versus Halo.
Cool.
I like Halo.
Yes.
All right. Till next time. Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye.